how many people can the federal government sue people? If so, how many more people can they sue than a small business? Or is it across the board equal? There should be no difference in the amount of people a federal government can sue in comparison to a child running a lemonade stand on the side of the road who got a permit that can do that. Can they sue just as many people as a federal government, despite them having a whole bunch of money to order the best courts of the finest personnel, versus a kid's lemonade stand might just have a public defender? So they don't want suits to be filed in water fountains, having people slip from standing on their tippy toes and drinking. The same can be said for electronic radiation in your city. More and more they're seen on top of water towers having electric panels placed. Is it dangerous? More dangerous than a water fountain that would be able to be at my shoulder? Over time, you're going to feel stress, and some of it can be induced by an increase of radiation. And the amount of panels need to be labeled and panned out and ordered for in an app to see how much it's affecting you. So you can diet off of it and actually maintain an ability to have better processes of dark energy and dark matter. Now, please don't get all suspicious just because they both have the word dark in them. Blatantly, in layman's terms, blatantly and in layman's terms, dark energy is in every other space, empty, and there's energy coming out of it. That's true with what I said, where the computer notation, you can look at anything as empty, because until you look at it, science will tell you that it wasn't there. There's potential for it to be there, but you can't prove it was until you look at it. All of a sudden, dark energy makes perfect sense. That in every other position that you can't look at, it would be energy there. Now, there's energy there for dark matter is in line with a weight, but light doesn't interact with it. Light interacts with gravity by bending of lenses. A lens of a gravity field will bend the light. A dark matter of gravity will have no interaction with the light. It'll pass by like wind's not able to see. You can't see wind, just the same as you can't see light interacting with dark matter. But there is wind and it blows, and there is dark matter and it weighs in. I think the most basic things have dark matter, and then light is always just on top of it, and it's convected out before the classical weight system is even induced. That's why I say, because I think the closed loop is the culprit of the processes through dark matter being a convection. And when it will convect a dark matter particle. And so this is what would be going on top of a black hole as it's being read through a closed loop. The convections of all the dark matter particles. And it's operated and read by carefully in a grid of dark energy. And this grid of dark energy is great because it's like a crystalline structure, because there's everything in every other spot. But then you get like this giant torus, like a giant Cheerio, and that's all the dark matter, but the dark matter is needing to be seen in any spot because that's what you occupy. So it's always being convected out as dark matter particles on top of the latency. Latency is like gravity lensing, except it's just like a perfect parabola, and it is always spewing out. I call it dark matter smear, and it's spewing out from things that are authentic. And anything that isn't authentic, the gravity system will weigh on you harder and get that bad info registered out in the open. Because when you see something, as the best hiding spot is in plain view, and so when something is, the emperor has no clothes on, everyone can see it. It's just the kid sees it and he says it out first. The same reason that the water fountains are all below 3 feet. No one wants to get hurt on a water fountain, so the town's planner said we're not getting any lawsuits. We're making all the water fountains below 4 feet. So they're always at my waist level. I have to bend over and drink like I'm drinking water upside down. They say when you have hiccups, drink water upside down. That doesn't mean anything because it's not possible. Your throat would have to push water going upwards than if your body was upside down. No, they just mean bend over and drink water. So that's what I have to do every time I drink at a water fountain. When a kid goes up there, it looks like it's made just for them. It's at their shoulders. If it was higher up, if it was higher up to fit me, they would be on their tippy toes on a hard ledge drinking a slippery water, and I'm sure there would be accidents. So the town planner said all the water fountains are at 4 feet or below, so the kids get the perfect placement for the water. But unfortunately, I have to bend over to a water fountain my entire life because there's never going to be one my size in public. That's not what the public planners had in mind, because they were trying to eliminate suits, having suits filed. Where's the hope if there's all that money for free that has just been granted from people not knowing that it's hurting them? Well, the hope would be the hope would be the apps. We invented an app. Who's the creator of an app? What was the first app? We've got that guy on our team. And he might not be making new apps anymore, but lo and behold, he had one staple. And so we can use that to turn the staple into an anchor and allow a different app to dovetail daisy chain. Hey, I'd like to make cells more readable through apps. So you've got cells in your body and how they perform your hearing, your seeing, tasting, and hell, even thinking can be measured and read through an app if you know a dynamic that creates those phenomenon, such as sound is round. And so if you get caught in an echo chamber, you're going to be hit with circles ongoing. I had one idea that probably constitutes for the existence of reality. It can be found in computer science. They would say a closed loop is a text. We all send text messages. The text is going to be closed loop, meaning it would go to the end of the text, and when it reached the end, it would go back to the start, and then it would read through, and then at the end, return the statement back to the beginning, and that is a closed loop. Now, as simple as that might seem, that would be the only thing that would make any sense to be able to operate on top of a black hole